Please be seated. Good afternoon. I am Stacia Crescenzi, Principal of the Liberal Arts and Science Academy, and welcome to our 2022 commencement ceremony. While this is a time of joy and celebration, our graduation is a formal ceremony that requires dignity and respect from all in attendance. I ask that all guests act in a respectful manner during these proceedings. Please hold your applause so that each graduate's family can hear their child's name announced as we celebrate each other and every senior. We will begin our ceremony with the senior class officers, Sally Edwards and Eric Rodriguez, as they lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and the Texas Pledge. Afterward, the national anthem will be played and sung by the LASA Band and the LASA Choir.
Good afternoon. My name is Sally Edwards, and I am the LASA Senior Class President.
My name is Eric Rodriguez. I'm the Senior Class Vice President.
Please stand and join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the Texas Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Now for a moment of silence. Thank you.
Please be seated. Austin ISD and the LASA community stand with the families, students, and staff of Robb Elementary School and the entire Uvalde community during this difficult time. To honor the precious lives lost, we will observe a moment of silence as we keep the community very close in our thoughts. At this time, I am honored to introduce our esteemed platform guests as well as campus leaders. From AISD Leadership, AISD Board President, District 6, Geronimo Rodriguez. AISD Board Secretary, At-Large Trustee, Position 9, Arthi Singh. AISD Trustee District 4, Kristen Ashe. AISD Trustee District 5, Lynn Boswell. Superintendent, Dr. Stephanie S. Elizalde. Chief of Schools, Dr. Anthony Mays. Associate Superintendent of Secondary Schools, Dr. Laura Stout. Associate Superintendent of Elementary Schools, Gilbert Hicks. From the LASA campus, announcing names for the class of 2022, Ms. Claudia Villaviao. Class of 2022, Valedictorian Louisa Mao. Class of 2022, Salutatorian Edward Howe. Senior class officers Sally Edwards and Eric Rodriguez. Also assisting us today are our registrar, Ms. Cindy Dwinels, Academy Director, Andy Paulson, Assistant Principals San Chaplinsky and Wendy Campbell, College Counselors Jamie Koshin and Vyasar Ganesan, and all of our outstanding staff. None of these seniors would be here today without the commitment and hard work that happens every day from each of our staff members. At this time, I would like to ask Trustee Kristen Ashe to address our seniors.
Well, hello. I know that it says in your program that Trustee Ophelia Zapata will be speaking, and unfortunately, she was unable to join us, and so reached out to me and asked to speak today. And I'm not gonna lie, I am a little bit excited about it, to celebrate this momentous occasion with all of you, and not just because my daughter is sitting with you guys about to graduate. Hi, Olivia. I promised not to embarrass her, so I won't, even though it was really tempting. And based on what I saw at the senior salute last night, I know that you guys do enjoy a good roast, but I'm going to withhold. I love you, Olivia. I'm not going to do that. So in all seriousness, I am so incredibly happy for all of you, and I know you are excited too. Excited and maybe a little nervous or even scared. And I want to be one of the adults telling you all these feelings are normal. You can be happy and frightened and unsettled and thrilled all at once, kind of like those couple of minutes right before you get on a roller coaster. The anticipation. And this moment in time is one that you have thought about, you've dreamed about, and you've watched it on movies for years. But what I'm going to tell you is lean into it. Be present in this moment. Everyone, take a moment, take a breath. Look from side to side, see who's next to you, and smile, because you did it. You are going to be handed a diploma in just a minute by me. So I'm super excited about that. Now, but before we get to that part, I'm going to take a moment to recognize a few of the people who helped you get here. First and foremost, when I tell you to, so see, I'm a preschool teacher, I'm going to give you directions. When I tell you to, not yet, I want all of you to attempt to find your families in the audience. Olivia, I'm right here. And then the rest of your family is right up there. They're waving at you. And what I want you to do is wave at them, make heart hands, blow kisses, do whatever you want to tell them how much you appreciate everything they have done for you. Olivia, remember when I brought your flute? I'm just saying, you had forgotten it, I brought it, I love you. Remember what they've done to support you through your educational journey. Ready, go. All right, I know it was really brief and not nearly long enough, but I'm going to bring you back to me. Now, For this next group of people, I actually want families and students alike to help me express our appreciation. This is going to be the part of the speech that if I'm going to cry, this is it. And I apologize in advance if I do. In recent days, Austinites have become painfully aware of how truly close we are with those who educate our children. We hugged our kids a little tighter, we thanked our teachers a little more fervently, and we realized just how fragile life is. Teachers and administrators, you are so loved and appreciated for all of the dedication and time you invest in each of your students and their families. Those who do not work in a classroom may not fully comprehend just how much teachers and administrators love their students until we hear the firsthand stories of teachers placing themselves in harm's way to protect a child. So please join me in a round of applause for those who work with, fiercely protect, and lovingly teach our kids every day. I hope in some small way you all can feel the love and the appreciation for what our teachers do for us. Thank you. All right, so I think it's time to get this show on the road. Graduates, it's your time to shine. And I will be up here waiting for you. On a side note, and I'm going to tell you this because I've done a few of these graduations now. We're going to take a picture before you leave. That's what these big X's are on the floor. So just stay in there. Don't run off. I know it's very tempting. We're going to take a really quick picture. But what I have learned is that you guys are ready to get off the stage as fast as you get on. But just hang on. We're going to take a picture. And if you're at all concerned about how your life will be new and different in the coming weeks and months, don't be. Just look at what you have already overcome, what you have already accomplished, and you will know you are ready for anything. Ms. Crescenzi was kind enough to give me a few special things that we wanted to recognize. If you are a member of LASA's Ultimate Frisbee team, can you stand up and be recognized? So leave it to our Ultimate Frisbee team, as is with any good LASA person, because LASA Raptors, right? We love a good pun, apparently. The Verticals, get it? That's awesome. They won the state championship. And one of the team captains, Carolyn Stone, was named to the U.S. Under-20 Ultimate Frisbee national team. And let's talk a little bit about Amanda Lee for a minute. She received and is accepting an appointment to attend the U.S. Air Force Academy. An academy education is valued at more than $416,000 and yet is offered at no cost. And as a junior, Eleanor Johnson received the Best Tech Award. Eleanor, where are you? There she is. Hi, Eleanor. At the by-district level for lighting design and operation, in addition to receiving the overall tech award at the district level. Both were for the one-act play, Ducks and Lovers. I would have loved to have seen that. And our last other person that I want to recognize, and Neha, if I say this incorrectly, I apologize. Neha Sangana, where are you? Is she here? Oh, well, we're going to talk about her anyway. That's the best time to talk about people, right? When they're not here. Just kidding. She obtained her certificate nursing assistant certification during the spring of 2020, and despite COVID, worked in a nursing home every Saturday. Her goal is to become a medical doctor. She is well on her way as she has been accepted into a BSMD program that directs her straight from undergraduate into med school without any more applying or interviewing. Now, can you say the name real loud for me? Lakshmi Sarada. Did I say that right? Congratulations! So guys, I know I've mentioned just of our students that need to be recognized, but something that I want all of our families and all of our administrators to know is that this group of students has earned $34 million in scholarships. And I'm so excited and so proud of you guys. That's amazing. So, last thing I will say before you guys walk up here, your family, your teachers, your administrators, and your district are so proud of you. Congratulations, class of 2022.
It is my distinct pleasure at this time to present our Superintendent, Dr. Stephanie Elizalde. Dr. Elizalde has been instrumental in guiding AISD the past 2 years. Dr. Elizalde asks the hard questions and consistently focuses on improving the educational outcomes for every child in AISD. We always enjoy her insightful words, her personal connections, and her vision for the future. Dr. Elizalde.
Good afternoon. So I was thinking back to my high school graduation a long, long time ago. And I don't remember who the speaker was, and you're not going to remember anything that I said. But I definitely think we need to give Trustee Ashley another round of applause, because I'm going to remember what she said earlier. So I promise I'm going to be super brief. The one thing I wanted to do is to make each one of the graduations, the 15 that I get to participate in, with something unique. So for each one of our high schools, I bought a different pair of shoes with your school color. So we got the LASA blue going on. And so I thought I would start very, very briefly. Helen Keller once said, "A bend in the road is not the end of the road unless you fail to make the turn." I'm looking out today at a bunch of young adults who've made the turn. In fact, you've gotten really, really good at making turns. Let's think of just a few over the past 2+ years. COVID, lockdowns, virtual learning, masks, no masks, arguing about masks, an ice storm with no power, a boil water notice, hunting for vaccine number 1, hunting for vaccine number 2, back to school during the Delta wave, followed by the Omicron, and then another boil water notice. But that winding road has led you here today. I can't promise you that the road forward will be easy, but I can say for sure that you'll be able to handle whatever life has in store for you. And so I'll close with a very short quote from a book titled Big Panda and Tiny Dragon. "There have been so many difficulties along this path," said Tiny Dragon. "There have," agreed Big Panda, "but we have learned something from each one. And imagine how good the view will be when we reach the top." So, class of 2022, congratulations and enjoy the view from the top.
Thank you, Dr. Elizalde. At this time, we have a musical performance by the LASA Quartet made up of Keshav Srinivasan, violin, Anika Patel, violin, Travis Edwards, viola, and Sophie Lee, cello. Last night at Senior Salute, I talked about the past. Today, I want to talk about the future. What is listed in the program says this is a farewell to the class of 2022. However, I beg to differ. This is not a farewell, for you will always be a part of the history of LASA, part of the LASA family. Of course, family can be the group into which you are born, but family can also be those whom we choose, those with whom we share the good times and the bad, whom we love for their wonderful qualities as much as for the things about them that drive us crazy. Family are the people who choose to support you in your dreams. In the following months and years, in the time when life becomes hard, know that we believe in you. Come back and lean on us to keep your hopes and dreams alive. Whether your dream is to be an author, to find a cure, or to raise a family, know that you have it within you to make it happen. And when you fail, whether for the first time or the 100th, come back. We will be here to support you and remind you of how amazing and capable you are. And when you finally succeed, come back. And we will be here to celebrate you. No, this is not farewell, for we hope to see each and every one of you many times again in the future. Class of 2022, you've been through a lot together. It was really wonderful having you back on campus face-to-face this year. You'll be greatly missed. Thank you. At this time, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce the Salutatorian of the LASA class of 2022, Edward Howe. Next year, Edward will attend Washington University in St. Louis to double major in biology and economics. On campus, Edward is most known for twice achieving semifinalist status in the Biology Olympiad representing the U.S. Edward is also a dedicated member of the LASA Science Olympiad team. In SciO, Edward has specialized in events such as anatomy and physiology, designer genes, and protein modeling. Along those same lines, Edward is the lead investigative for BioBQ, where his team researched real-life applications of methodology to remove ammonia from cell culture media at BioBQ, an Austin-based cultured meat company. Outside of school, Edward is the Texas Legislative Liaison for Telehealth Access for Seniors. In this role, Edward coordinated meetings between members of the Texas Legislature and the Telehealth Access for Seniors, a nonprofit dedicated to improving telehealth access to crucial communities such as seniors and low-income families. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you LASA High School Salutatorian for the class of 2022, Edward Howe.
Good afternoon. I have always been one step behind my brother. Only one step behind, but in the almost 18 years of my life, it has felt like infinitely more. When I first stepped into kindergarten, all bound up in cheery t-shirts and kitty jeans, my brother stepped out of 5th grade in casual sweaters and cargo shorts. While I romped around my middle school, he was up all night studying for his chemistry exam the next day. Back then, 10 p.m. was my hard bedtime, yet the light would still be on his room, flooding out from under the bottom of his closed door. Always one step ahead of me, his first day at Stanford was my first day at LASA, and the first week where the room beside mine was cold, eerie, and filled with a sense of dread. No longer would I come home from after-school extracurriculars to hear his keyboard go da-da-da-da. The only da-da-das I would be hearing from then on would be from my own keyboard, as I struggled through late nights and early mornings that shaped my worn-out eyes and hunchback and constant naps in all 4 of my English classes. Fast forward almost 4 years later. Here I stand right where my brother was standing 4 years ago. Here I stand, finally closing that final step between us. Though it is undeniable that he will always be 4 years ahead of me, all those years I have spent following him with one hand outstretched have led me down paths where we will again be one step away from each other. This time, though, I will not be behind him. Rather, I will be by his side while we carve individual roads through life together. My classmates, my friends, everyone who I had the blessing to know and the misfortune to not know, this is no time to be walking alone. This is no time to be trudging behind. This is a time to be walking one step apart, yet side by side, so that we can forge independent lives, yet still help each other in our inevitable times of need. Independence ought to be fiercely protected, but it is not isolation. Together, individual talents and skills combine in ways that go beyond a mere sum. Together, individuals like you and me can become an unstoppable force that breaks barriers and transcends boundaries. Everyone here has the potential to make concrete change, not just in themselves, but in the people around them, in college, in the workforce, and within the people we love. Let us, not just as former LASA students, but as future global citizens, all ensure that no matter where we may end up going, the world will be a more just and equitable place because of us. One step at a time, whether it be one law passed, one invention patented, or even one research paper published, all of us will take our steps together, side by side. Thank you.
Thank you for those words of wisdom. Congratulations. I would like to present you with the Salutatorian plaque. Congratulations again. Edward, please have your parents stand and be recognized. Jean Hao and Chuan Chang. We're just as proud of Edward as you are. Congratulations. It is now my honor to present to you the valedictorian of the LASA class of 2022, Louisa Mao. In the fall, Louisa will be attending the University of Texas at Austin, where she will pursue a double major as a Turing Scholar in Computer Science and a Dean Scholar in Physics. Louisa is part of the championship LASA swim and dive team, where in 2021 she swam butterfly for the state finalist relay team. Among the many things I am sure Louisa will miss, getting to work with the other talented students in the Women in Computer Science Club and competing in the Cyber Patriot Challenge may rank at the top of the list, just under holding the fire bubbles in Physics C. Off campus, Louisa is dedicated to environmental causes. This year, she was part of the Youth Ambassador Program with the Department of State. Administered by Legacy International, this organization pairs students from the US, Fiji, Tonga, and Tuvalu in a virtual exchange program where they learn from each other and gain valuable training in local leadership and environmental sustainability. I know Louisa particularly enjoyed getting to meet other high schoolers from the Pacific Islands to learn about their cultures and how they were involved in community action against climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present to you the LASA High School valedictorian for the class of 2022, Ms. Louisa Mao.
"4 years ago, as a nervous freshman on that first day, I stepped onto the campus of what was decidedly not a giant magic castle in the middle of the Scottish woods. I could have sworn Hogwarts made a mistake, because instead of a letter fancifully delivered via owl and containing an invitation to the finest school of witchcraft and wizardry, I got to take a cognitive abilities test. I guess I did well because I ended up enrolling at what I heard was some school for the gifted and talented. The staircases didn't move here, but they might as well have, given how I never did find that green hallway that all the then seniors swore existed. And while we didn't have a basilisk in the basement, we did have a snake that escaped Reptile Club and, according to legend, still roams the old building to this day. So, naturally, disappointed by the grievous error on Hogwarts' part, I was resigned to what I thought would be a wholly unremarkable 4 years among gifted and talented muggles at the place where it seemed to be that there's always more work where that came from. It's strange thinking that now because it was anything but. I don't know what kind of magic it is that makes a math teacher take the time to sit next to you, 1 out of 100 of her students, to help you understand after you've asked an absolutely idiotic question about integrated integrals. Or makes a German teacher stop grading to rip out a page in his notebook and immediately start helping you brainstorm when you tell him you're stuck on your speech. Or makes a physics teacher believe it's a good idea to bring fire bubbles to a class of high schoolers and be right. Or that gives you a counselor who cares about you, who you trust to repair the chinks in your armor because despite what you want others to see, you're not always invincible. Or that lets an English teacher sit with you during her conference period, just the two of you, for as long as you need, because you just read your essay out loud for the first time, heard your heartache in your own voice for the first time, and didn't want to be alone. I don't know what kind of magic it is that makes a friend sit with you during lunch, or cram with you before class, or agree to help you run a stack of 9 pizzas the height of a small child through the school halls. Yeah, that last one is kind of a long story. What I do know is that there is something wondrous here, not in the endless nights spent studying or our school's page on US News, or even the old campus where I'm pretty sure there's still a snake somewhere. I think I can see it in that lip dub where Mr. Reisinger rode in on a horse, and the Hell Project made of cake, and the purple onion skins probably still littering the courtyard. I see it in the jokes I've heard you tell, in the times when you've complained, but then did the hard thing anyways. In the million tiny kindnesses that you've shown me that I never got to thank you for. So thank you. Thank you to all of you who are graduating here today. These 4 years have been the hardest of our lives, and somehow we made it through together. Congratulations to the class of 2022. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Louisa. I'd like to award you with your valedictorian plaque. Hey, Louisa, please have your mom stand and be recognized. Email, we share in the pride you must feel for Louisa today. Congratulations. All right, guys, you ready? It is now my honor to present the LASA High School class of 2022. Dr. Elizalde, members of the Board of Trustees and graduates, please stand. To the members of the Board of Trustees and Dr. Elizalde, by the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the Texas Education Agency, I certify that these candidates have completed all the requirements as specified by district policy and state law, and I recommend that they be awarded their diplomas and certificates. Students, you may be seated. Teachers, please direct the first row of students to approach the stage.
Ryan Abu Hamdan. Adolfo Aguirre Rabiela. Amani Ahmad. Olivia Alejandre. Oliver Rodrigo Anderson. Reiko Amelia Andrews. Ryan Aparicio. Sarah Bing Appel. Aliyah Aria. Olivia Ashe. Ani Athar. Evan Cassette Austin Poor. Emily Grace Eduria Bailo. Nafi Mohammed Baksh. Susan Lisette Ballesteros Mascorro. Sid Bam. Charlotte May Barnes. Siddharth Narayan Bhaskaran. Peter Ward Bates. Alice Marie Beckett. Cyrus Bello. Genevieve Ferlet Bentz. Mazi Jane Burson. Tushar Kaushik Bagwatula. Rohan Vikram Bhavsar. Olivia Rose Bomba. Larissa Michelle Borg. Gustavo A. Brooks. Mia Julie Broussard. Owen Michael Brown. Jean Allison Bullock. William James Butler. Christina Carter. Liliana Gwynn Castillo. Juan Carlos Castillo Pimentel. Sophia May Lee Chow. Madeline Grace Cisneros. Eli M. Clark. Colin J. Clark. Ayla Christine Clem. Ireland Anna Coe. Journey Coleman. Soren Hayden Koufax. Octavio Conde de Frankenberg. Jessie Nicole Connolly. Eva Xochil Contreras. Aiden Benjamin Costal. Laura Grace Cruz. Ethan Michael Damas. Sylvie Isabu Danes. Mira Eleanor Doss. Hudson Taylor Day. Zoe Catherine Dell. Ryan Z. Dang. Neha Delstali. Anshul Desai. Dia Suraya Dandapani. Zach Anthony Disler. Danica Jurjanovic. Max Escal Domel. Finn William Duffy. Miles Stephen Dvorak. Catherine Happy Louise Eastman. Avery Christine Edwards. Sally Elizabeth Edwards. Andrew John Eisenhower. Parisa Enakapur. Veronica Sage Engel. Jillian Lee Evans Strong. Alec Kyle Eva. Mark Brian Eva. Kanechi Olukenya Ezekoye. Ivo Chi Feng. Shanja Firdos. Samuel Cather Fisher. Billy Flukinger. Quentin Sparks Foley. Ennis Freeman. Anna Grace Fulton. Jane Washji Fulton. Gus Gamble. Aditi Iyer Ganesan. Marco Antonio Garza. Jason Gatej. Wyatt Gay. Jasmine Gaynor. Lucia Rose Gentile. Rebecca Catherine George. Francesca Gelati. Suhas Reddy Gillipelli. Sophia Louise Giletti. Lonnie Glasscock V. Riddy Goyle. Jackson Diego Gonzalez. Catherine May Graves. Liam Green Musselman. Harrison Gregg. Olivia Grace Griffin Erickson. Danielle Chen Gu. Luke Kai Gukieri. Catherine Aurelia Gunawan. Nevin Faulkner Hall. Maya Hanser Young. Edward Howe. Ainsley Collins Harris. Rebecca Marie Harshman. Zoe Hanneling Haug. Sedona Noel Haney. Nathaniel Cook Heffron. Isabel Maya Held. Summer Henson. And I can't believe I'm going to do this. El Jefe. Tyler Gordon Hill, sorry. Devin Norell Hobbs. True Hoffman. Lillian Brister Holland. Lily Christine Hook. Ellie Marie Hurley. Jesse Ingersoll. William Paul Jakimiek. Nathan George Jacob. Eleanor Johnson. Neha Malin Comble. Arnav Suraj Karnik. Emily June Kerr. Sohyun Kim. Suhan Kim. Joey Kim. Stella Ray Kinnard. Marina Petrovic Kinsey. Leo Rowan Klein. Zoe Sobel Klein. Benjamin Alistair Knight. Luke Christopher Knight. Marta Jo Knoll. Jason Miles Cobley. Nayan Koldapali. Sadhana Kumar. Anya Saeed Qureshi. Darlene Lai. Elliot Cooper Lajani. Bryn Elizabeth Lampert. Michael T. Lane. Yana Elena Lassiter. Paridi Latawa. Jeremy Yusub Lee. Austin J. Lee. Chloe Blair Lean. Dylan Eve Levy. Amanda June Lee. Dichuan Lee. Ethan Liu. Silas Reed Logan. Jack Daniel Long. Lane Elizabeth Loudamy. Andrew Yi Liu. Hannah Margaret Lucas. Rohan Malhotra. Ishan Manchanda. Luisa Kingwen Mao. Megan May Marostica. Amaro Piquin Marcy. Anastasia Michelle Martinez. Lorenzo Elder Martinez. Marco Antonio Martinez. Mary Elizabeth Martinez. Maya Alam Martinez. Luis Denauri Mata. Jake Matz. Emma Hathaway McBride. Connor Daniel Magali. Carly McKinney. Abinu Mecca. Eric Paul Melendez. Max Miller. Alexander Charles Mims. Aiden James Mitchelson. Gurav Mitra. Reza Murati. Carlisle Alexander Morris. Natalie Marie Murphy. Pike Gustavo Murphy. Nitin Raghu Murthy. Malin Reddy Mutala. Lorelei Mient. Stephen Inwookton Wynn. Tanmai Nok Gwyn. So Nishiyama. Elizabeth Jane O'Brien. Olowafuntu Matilda Olorundare. María Fernanda Ortega Rodríguez. Caterina Ivanova Ortiz. Davis Earl Palmer. Chiktrash Pandey. Anushka Priyanka Parag. Morgan Takara Pasco. Maloney T. Patel. Andrew Stanton Peel. Leslie Yamilet Pineda Hernandez. Amari Lewis Pittman. West Shepherd Plowman. Mackenzie Berkeley Popper. Anushka Abhijit Pradhan. Asher Wells Press. Ethan Jacob Prince. Fabi Ramirez. Jennifer Ramirez Mendoza. Hamza Rasul. Johanna Rataus. Mira Ravi. Evelyn Grace Hazelton Reese Eisler. Shivani Ava Reagan. Jason Wren. Molly Saylor Rohde. Twyla Grace Rohde. Charlotte Wagner Renfus. Noemi Rivas. Nick Edward Robertson. Emily Neve Rodriguez. Eric Rodriguez. Michelle Bridget Rodriguez. Jay Nikhil Roundtree. Cameron Rowell. Lucia Rubio. Barrett Andrews Ruth. Sohail Safari. Grace Sam. Adriana Jelani Sanchez Briceño. Alexandria Diane Sanders. Aditya Nagasai Sangana. Sophia Suzanne Schlaud. Charles Darwin Grisham Cernovitz. Mary Sophia Shakespeare. Savita Shanmugasundaram. Abdullah Zahin Sharit. Carter Montgomery Sherrill. Nathan Franklin Shue. Mega Reddy Siddhapareddy. Neha Reddy Siddhapareddy. Kate Ann Sloat. Elizabeth Victoria Smith. Saskia Carolina Salatko. Beck Sonicson. Keshav Srinivasan. John Michael Stage. Elijah Edison Henderson Stewart. Connor Owen Stockner. Caroline May Stone. Cy Lucas Strain Seymour. Vivian Jane Strieber. Lucy Elena Sugawa. Lakshmi Surada. Leora Miriam Seswine. Jake Benavides Tarin. Mariana Russell Tijerina. Julia Tompkins. Denton Kwakdok Trin. Noah Anthony Sang. Minay Sinead Oker. Abril Unda. Audrey Pearl Urbeck. Erandi Guadalupe Urieta. Emma Vanino. Eddie Vane. Naya Vasquez Castañeda. Anjali Bhavya Belagapudi. Harsha Venkataraman. William Gamble Ward. John Hackett Waters. Alex Rose Watson. Catherine Watson. Corvina Elise Williams. Ella Vida Williams. Noah Austin Williams. Lila Breck Wilson. Andrew Windsor. Jonathan Jimin Wu. Aiden Panza Woodruff. Grace Kathleen Hobbs Woodruff. Thomas Elliott Word. Warren Wu. Harry Wu. Bella Sandra Wysocki. Dean Anthony Wysocki. Justin G. Sia. Sydney Jo Yim. Rebecca Curtis Yu.
Graduates, please stand. Graduates, you now stand before us as graduates. Please shift your tassel from the right to your left. And join us one last time in playing the LASA alma mater. Parents and guardians, please remain seated until our graduates have exited the arena during the recessional. Meet your family outside of Berger Center.
AISD TV is channel 22 on Spectrum and Astound Broadband.